Hey peeps, welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta and today is a very exciting day that I think we've all been waiting for. I am going to be trying out the NerdECrafter Figure It Out paint pouring kit and make some very cute bear key rings from this set. So I thought we'd have a go at making two today. I'm going to make one using the very soft lightweight modelling clay, which allows us to make alterations to the bear keyring, and then I'm going to make one with the bear keyring just as it is. So let's get started. Just pop those off to one side because we don't need the box for that anymore. So that is going to be my plain painted bear, and this is the one that I'm going to work on. So this is the Hearty super lightweight modelling clay, and we do get a bag to put this into afterwards to reseal it, because it is super light and fluffy. Gosh, it looks like cream cheese in there. I'm just going to bring you down, move those detail brushes out the way. So in order to do this, we need our little sanding stick, we need our Elmer's glue, we need our clay, and we need some inspiration. So I'm thinking to change these ears for something more pointed. I'm thinking maybe almost kind of bunny shaped. So anywhere that we want to get the clay to stick, we just need to rough it up a little bit. You can also, of course, use the sanding stick if you want to get rid of these sort of moulding lines and things around the edge. You can be as thorough as you want with this. And the nice thing about these sanding sticks is that once you have worn out a bit, you can just kind of move the sanding belt around, and then you get to use the whole thing and nothing's wasted. So yeah, I think some pointier ears would be fun. So just show you there. So you just move it round. And I've got a nice clean bit to use. Yeah, this stuff is, oh gosh, it's almost like, I don't know, like marshmallow, or it's got a bizarre texture to it, but it's nice. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to describe it. It's sort of lighter than air, and so then we put a little bit of our Elmer's glue. I think any white glue would probably do the job here. Now, how easy this is going to be to shape, I'm not really sure. This is not a clay that I've ever worked with before, but we will see. I do have I've got some sculpty tools that came with the previous NerdECrafter kit, so I'm just going to use those just to help me out a little bit. You do get some little paint brushes that you could also use to help with sculpting, and you've got your craft knife that comes with the kit, as well as your lolly sticks. So all of these things can come in handy when you're sculpting. I just want, I don't know. See, this is where being sure of your idea would have helped me out. I'm oscillating between wanting kind of a bunny ear and a cat ear. I'm not really sure. In fact, I'm now thinking what I might do is go in a different direction altogether, but we will see what happens. Yeah, I think once the clay is on there and cured, it should stay on quite nicely. This is just a very different texture, and it's a very different modelling material to what I've used before. The nice thing about this though is that it doesn't need to be baked in an oven, whereas the other kits came with polymer clays that need to be baked. So there we go, these aren't too bad. I've just had a little idea for another bear. So if I can get these first two to work, then keep an eye on my Instagram and I will pop any additional ones that I make on there so you can see them. Right, okay. So this one has got slightly pointy ears, and we will leave that to dry. The only other thing I thought I might do is a little tail. So just a little sand his bottom a little bit. Bit of glue. Let's see if I can get a sausage out of this, or something sort of sausage shaped. So there, I think that should be all right. So we've got a little sort of cat character. I'm going to pop that one over to one side to dry. The clay says that it takes about 24 hours. I think that's what I read. Yes, firm consistency within 24 hours. So that one can put away, and we'll do our plain painted one. So when thinking about the paint pour for this one, I wanted to go for some inspiration. So I dug out some photographs of my artworks because I thought that might help me decide on colours. There is a lot of purple in here though, but there's also some more sort of neutral colours. Got a bit of everything in that one, very rainbowy, more purple. I do like this kind of purple with orange. My worry is that I would end up with brown though. So I think maybe going for something purpley lilac-y, because that's sort of the channel colours. I think that might be nice. So yeah, sort of drawing inspiration from these ones. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So I think if we go with a bluey, purpley kind of idea, I'm going to pop that off to one side so I don't get paint all over it. And now we can start mixing. It's the fun part. So we've got our tray here. I'm just going to use that to stand my mixing pots on. And this is what we're going to be putting our paint in. So I'm going to want some plain white. Let's just bring this back down for a sec. So I'm going to want white, and we're going to want blue, and we're going to want purple, and then shades of in between. We've also got this lovely gold. Tempted to put a bit of gold in. Everything's better with a bit of sparkle, isn't it? So maybe, is this sealed on the inside? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, that is unsatisfying. No. There we go. That's better. Okay, I'm going to put gold in the middle. I've no idea how much paint I'm going to need for these things, but we will see. And then I'll go white on this edge. And then we've got purple and blue, and then a lilac-y colour. So I'm going to go mix that up now. So, ooh, get some white in there. And we've got this blue violet, which again, oh, that's the point. The white one wasn't sealed. I've just realised that. I poured the white out without unsealing it. Oh, that must have just been a mistake, I think. Because I haven't opened any of these. Let's just put... And I'm going to use a lolly stick to mix this. Oh, that is pretty. It is very pastel though, so we might want to go a little bit darker than that. And these are the Deco Art Fluid Ready to Pour paints. So in fact, I am now thinking maybe rather than the white, paint all over me already. Rather than white, I'm just going to put a couple of drops of blue in there and do that one as a pale. A pale blue. Oh yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I like that colour, yeah. Much better than just doing white. So then we've got our lilac-y colour, which could still maybe stand to be a little darker. And then I'll do a darker version of that. For one of these middle ones. In fact, there's almost a burgundy kind of wine colour in this picture. So I might see if I can get more towards that colour. A little bit darker in that one. This is all just play and experimentation, which is one of the things that I love, is that Jackie's kits do encourage an element of play. It's, you know, there are rules, but they are guidelines. I think this kit in particular just encourages you to kind of get out of that kind of very tidy headspace. Okay, so by putting some red in there, can we get more of a burgundy colour, or am I going to be stuck with brown? What do you think? Might need a bit more even. Trying not to worry too much. This is just the first go. We're just playing. Yeah, not bad. Maybe a drop of black just to darken it up. Oh, see, yeah, this one's not sealed. There's an inconsistency there with whether the pots are sealed or not. Luckily, they made them all the way to me and none of them spilled, so that was fine. Okay. And then, right. I've tried to mix these in a way that I don't have to use a separate cup. So I'm just trying to work on what I've got left as to what sort of colour I'm going for. So this is going to be our darkest purple. Why is the light in here so terrible today? That is very blue. I want it a little bit more on the purpley side. So I think if I add some red, that'll pull it back the other way. Colour theory, always good fun to muck around with. You know, if I add this, what happens? And if I add that, what happens? So a little bit more red to bring it back a little bit the other way. And then yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, pleased with that. That match is nice. Okay. Well, hopefully I've got enough paint of each colour to get what I want out of this, but we will see. Like I said, this is the first time doing this, so we just have to figure it out. Figure it out. See? These are the medium-sized gloves, so we will see if I can get those on. I might need to use the large. I think they're okay. Yeah, medium gloves should be fine. Yeah, I think the large gloves would be easier to put on, but I don't know if I would find them comfy to wear once they run, because I think these ones fit more precisely. Yeah, there we go. All ready for messy times. So I'm gonna put my paints out of the way. So don't need those now, don't need that. I'm gonna start off by, in the recommendation it said to start off by getting the underneath poured, then turn it round and pour over the top. So first time ever doing a paint pour. Let's see how it goes. Going to try and get underneath first, under the legs, under the arms, under the ears. Oh, I can feel that cold on my hand. Goodness. Okay. Now, we've got this way up and you can't see anything. Let me see if I can move the camera. In fact, no, if I move this way, I might be able to see a bit better. Hopefully you'll be able to see that a little bit better. So I'm going to pour from the top. That gold is not really making itself known just yet, but hopefully it will do. Get the back of the head. Got an ear there that doesn't have anything on. I am giving the pot a little bit of a squidge to try and get the paint to come down, because there's a few bits. In fact, I'm just gonna, yeah, back of the leg there needs some. Now, I'm gonna hang him up now. So this is the custom stand that comes with your set. Allows you to hang up your creation. So while it's hanging there, I'm now going to try and get a little bit more of that gold to come down. I'm wondering if maybe I just didn't put enough in there, because the other colours are coming down, but not the gold. But like I said, you know, first time doing this, and it is a nice, fun learning curve. My hands are very much in the way. I think I might have just been a little bit too conservative with that gold. So I'm going to go in a little bit. Just kind of blob some gold over the top. Let's just see. I think I'm more or less happy with the way that it's looking. Oh, delightful sounds of me squishing paint. Yeah, I definitely should have put more gold in, but that's a me problem. So now I need to go in and tidy up those drips and things. So this is where I wish that I had double gloved so I could do both, but that's fine. I'm not going to use the nice new knife that came with the kit for this job. I'm going to use my older one, which is still a NerdECrafter kit, but it came with an older kit, just because I know I'm going to get it all painty and I don't really want to do that just yet. So let me see if I can bring you down to there so that you can sort of see what's going on. So the idea is that we're going to take the knife and we're going to, when it stops wobbling, we're going to encourage the paint to, there we go. I don't know if you saw that, but just to break those gaps between the body and the arm, just by removing little bits of paint. There we go. So you can see there the gap between the arms showing a a little bit better. There we go. Perfect. And then between the legs as the paint starts to drip off. And this is where the canvases that came with the kit, you can place them underneath to catch all that spare paint that's dripping down. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So I'm going to leave that one to dry, and then when the next one that we worked on with the additions is dry, we'll come back and we'll do a paint pour on that one, and I'll show you what this one looks like once it is dry. Okay, so it's the next day now, and this is all dry. Nothing fell off, which is great. So I've set up a canvas underneath, and we're going to have a go at painting this one. So we've got gold, red, blue and white. I'm just going to pop some gloves on just for a size comparison. I'm going to put the large ones on this time, see if that makes much of a difference. Yeah, so they are obviously easier to get on, but much baggier. But it's really lovely that the kit gives you both versions. So let's have a go then. We'll start, I should move the stand out the way. I'm going to start by going and getting underneath. Obviously now we've got these extra bits to contend with, so we need to be more thoughtful perhaps about going underneath certain things, on the arms. Downside to using white is that I'm not sure if there's white places or if it's places I've missed. Just have to look really carefully. Time to hang it up. And then we can try and get a bit more colour on this because it's looking very pale at the moment. Oh no! Disaster. Okay, that's a me problem, not a kit problem though. It's me not being careful enough. You will notice, of course, all of the paint all over the mat that's here that has been provided by Jackie, and that is, of course, incredibly useful. Right. Now, okay. Come on, colours. Not forgetting the tail. I think I'm happy with the coverage on that now. I'm just going to tip the canvas underneath to get a full coverage on that. Okay, so while I wait for my final piece to dry, I just wanted to show you those ones that dried yesterday. So obviously this was the first little bear that you saw me make, the one inspired by one of my pieces of artwork. It has dried a little darker than I expected, but I'm happy with it. I'm pleased. There's no gaps of white. I didn't miss any. I did find that I had to keep going back and reopening those gaps under the arms and under the legs, so that's worth remembering that you do need to go back and do that multiple times. Again, getting that gold to show up was a bit of a pain, but you can see these tiny threads of gold throughout, almost like a marbling, and there's a big splodge there on the ear. I did go back in and
put a canvas underneath to collect the drips, and I'm really pleased with how that turned out. This keyring does stand up on its own if you wanted it to, but obviously it's designed to be a keyring. The mechanisms need to be loosened up a bit because they are a bit full of paint, but because this is just plasticky, it will all peel off over time. So I am very pleased with these two. I think they make a very nice pair, perfect for gifting. I also went in and did another plain bear without any alterations. So again, with a canvas underneath, using a green, yellow, blue, black kind of colour scheme, looking for something sort of camouflagey. This one's for my son. Camo is like his favourite pattern of things, and green is his favourite colour. So this one is for him. It's got some lovely, lovely patterns on it. And I think with this being the second one that I did, I was a bit more confident. I also wasn't filming it, which makes quite a big difference. He doesn't stand up because unfortunately I didn't get to a couple of drips on his feet before they hardened, but you could always sand that down with your little sanding stick that it comes with. So those are the two that I worked on yesterday. I also then had so much paint left in the drip tray and it was feeling a little bit wasteful. So those of you that have been following my channel for a while will know that I had 60 wooden doors in a kit. So I just splodged a door in there. This is one of the wooden elf doors. Just sort of smushed it in the paint, moved it around a bit until I was happy with it. So it's got a little bit of the green, a little bit of the purple, and yeah, obviously it needs some details to make it look more like a door, but I'm quite pleased with that. And so it's worth remembering that the runoff paint doesn't have to be wasted. There are other things that you can do with it. So yeah, pros and cons. For me, the thing I found the hardest was the lack of control, but that's not necessarily a negative, because I think that's an important thing to play with as an artist, as a creator, is to remind ourselves of the importance of play and getting messy and just, you know, futz around and find out, see what happens. It's not a feeling that I am comfortable with. I am a Virgo. I am a bit of a control freak, and so not being able to fully control the way that the paint was dripping or moving was a struggle for me, but I'm trying to see that as a positive. The other thing that I kind of missed, in Jackie's other kits, she has the paper booklet giving you the how-to. In this, we got a QR code and a link to videos. Videos are great. I love having the ability to learn through watching a video, but when I'm halfway through a project and my hands are all painty and I can't get to my iPad unless I want to cover it in paint, I missed having that little paper guide to help me out. However, you know, double-edged sword and all that, this is the figure it out kit. It's about play and it's about figuring it out for yourself. So I can kind of understand why they didn't give us that paper instruction booklet, but I did miss it. It's a very messy craft, but we're given everything we need to keep ourselves clean. We're given gloves, we're given the tablecloth, we're given the drip trays, the hanging frame for the bears to drip on, brilliant. I would still say wear an old t-shirt. So, particularly if you're like me and you knock the drip frame over. So, but yeah, was it worth the money? 100% yes. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. It has sparked something in me that I want to explore more. Have I completely grasped how to make this look professional and perfect? No, but I don't think it's about that. I think it's about exploration and discovery, and pushing your boundaries. So I think this is a great craft for creators and artists of all ages and of all abilities, because it will tap into something in you and just allow you to have fun. And at the end of the day, you get usable items. And yeah, if you've been following me for a while, you will know that I love that. Anything that can be used. And remember that all of these items that you get in the kit, you can use for other projects as well. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be my final thoughts on the matter. I will leave my little cat figurine drip drying, and I'll pop a picture up on the socials when that's done, rather than make you wait another day before this video is finished. Additionally, just to say, I was in a warm room with the heating on overnight, and these dried pretty quickly. So it does depend on where you are in the world, what sort of temperature you're in, as to how long they take. But yeah, these were, I would say, 24 hours in a warm room. But it's not worth rushing it, because I think if you start trying to hit it with a heat gun, then you're going to destroy that natural flow of the paint. I'm going to stop yabbering on now. There is, I believe, at this point still time to get your own Figure It Out kit. I highly recommend it if you are able to get one. I'll pop all the links down below, and a link to my original unboxing, so you can go and see everything in detail that you get in the kit. Huge thank you to Jackie, NerdECrafter, for creating these kits, and to Muse, obviously, for working with her to put these out into the world. Yeah, here's to the next one. So, and I'm going to leave that here. So leave your comments down below, as always. Let me know what you think. Which one's your favourite? Let me know. If you enjoy my stuff, do all those YouTubey things, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, come over to Facebook, become a member of the Crafty Coven, and if you are able to do so, please do consider supporting us over on Patreon. So, thank you once again to everybody, particularly those that already support me on Patreon, and until next time, stay crafty!